So let's talk about the first Hoot RC experience for me. Total new brand to me. They reached out, they asked me to do this review, gave me no instructions, and I have thrashed it a lot, and it is still absolutely perfect, I will say. I have not hit anything solid, but lots of flips, lots of rolls, lots of bounding, crashing into dirt hills, all the things you want to do with these things, right? And none of it has made a dent in its quality, performance, or operation. Couple things that I want to say, some highlights and some possible lowlights. Highlights are, I don't know if you can't tell, this thing has an enormous amount of ground clearance for a smaller 1/14 scale RC, which I do genuinely appreciate, because I kind of hate when you have a cool truck and you're off-roading and it gets high-centered. I don't like that. That's my general problem with buggies. That's why I prefer the truggy like this, and never got high-centered, never got stuck like that. I will say also, these tires overperformed for what they were. I mean, I think you'll probably have seen in the video lots of cool roost and that kind of stuff. I really didn't have traction problems. Again, I will say I do prefer a little more wall height in the tires so that you get a little extra suspension in there. Oh, speaking of suspension, the very friction, no oil suspension, again, absolutely worked fine for what this is. Would I have preferred a supple, cool, amazing off-road suspension system? Yeah. But did I need it to have fun? No. This thing absolutely bounded over everything I wanted to go over, was in control, wasn't like even on like high speed, the little rubbly kind of stuff, still was able to track and drive it well. I will though say, I do find the steering to be, there's a little bit of a delay in it, not in the most precise, you know, like if you want it to make a turn, definitely takes like just a moment, right? But just that little moment before it takes that set and turns. Just a little delay in the radio or a slow servo. I don't know what it is. That could be tightened up a little bit, but at this price point, what you're looking for and what you're getting in terms of quality and fun, like if this is a first RC car that you're giving to somebody as a gift, like this is a really great choice. Now, obviously, it's a little bit of an off-brand, so it's going to be kind of hard to upgrade. You're going to probably have a little trouble finding replacement parts and that kind of stuff, but I didn't break it and I beat it up pretty good. And you could actually just buy 2 of them and have a full set of replacement parts if you needed to. I mean, the price point is that good. I did say that I was questioning the survivability of this body, and the body did just fine, and I crashed it up pretty good sometimes. So I'm going to say high marks for that, overachieved there. And then my last thing, which I'm gonna say is like a little bit, not really a complaint, but one of those things, is 2S, really relatively quick for 2S, but certainly not lightning fast. And there are absolutely no situations where this thing's gonna do wheelies, so I'm not sure why we have the wheelie bar on it. I don't know. Maybe it just looks cool back there. I know it does work a little bit as an attenuator or a bumper, but I think we could have put something back there that was a bumper that didn't look like a wheelie bar that we can't use. But in any case, if you're looking for a beginner RC, this is a great option. I've had a great time using this for a couple days. I've failed to break it in any way, shape, or form. It has worked perfectly. Nothing's fallen off. So yeah, if you're looking for an RC, this one is a good one. There's a link right here on the screen, or worst case, it's down in the description. Helps out the channel a little bit. I'm gonna say thank you in advance. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but if you use that, allows us to get some more toys to try to break for you. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. I hope this was helpful. We'll see you in the next video. All right, here we go. This is from Hoot RC, brand new company to me. And before we go and test this out, I thought we'd do like a little unboxing review of it so you could see what this thing is like. Now, I believe this is a 1/14 scale. I'm gonna say it's a little small for a 1/14 scale, but I do really like the body style. Looks really, really cool if you ask me. Now, I will say this is one of these things, I'm having a little bit of a beef lately with some of these companies who don't pay a whole lot of attention. Like, I guess they're like, oh, this is a cool body, let's get this cool wing on it. But if you look, for me, like this isn't well thought out. For me to put these clips, nice that they're retained, right? But like trying to get my fingers in here, and look at the angle on this thing. It's like a big, not the worst thing in the world, but like this is not a convenient placement for a body clip. Like that, you know, I can do it. I got it done, but it should be like nice and easy and open like these front ones are here. All right, let's take this off, see what it looks like underneath. Not a whole lot of support under here on this body, and I'm a little concerned about the wing actually attached to the body. We'll see how it survives. So here are the underpinnings. You got LEDs in the front bumper. Very kind of soft, springy. There's definitely no fluid in this suspension, but I've been surprised many times by that, so we'll see how that actually goes. It only comes with one battery, which is a little bit of a downer if you ask me. I feel like nobody in life can survive with just one battery. This is a little micro-sized motor, but you already know if it was fast or not. And then the other thing I wanted to say is this combo radio speed controller does not look very sealed. Luckily, we're in the middle of a drought here in Florida, so I'm not gonna have to worry about water, but I'm not quite sure what the long-term implications are of that. Tires are pretty standard. Front suspension, as we discussed, is that same like kind of springy thing. Again, this is a more entry-level model, so we've got all kinds of different Phillips head hardware here. Normally the first step to something a little more sophisticated is that move to better hardware, but this is all basic junky Phillips head stuff. But again, my experience has been the junky Phillips head stuff really is quite fine a lot of the time. I've not had many issues. I don't struggle with stripping them too much, but I know that is a common issue with people, so I gotta bring that to you and talk to you about it. And then the other thing is, there's not a whole lot of sidewall to these tires, so we're really relying a lot on this friction suspension. I'm excited to try it out. I mean, again, you've seen this all. I'm gonna assume if you're still watching it, you want to get one of these because you've watched the play, you've watched the review, and so now you're seeing what it looks like before I start breaking it. So yeah, looks like a really cool thing. Definitely, I like the look of this body on here. I think that looks cool. I guess my only other little teeny complaint is that the body, this looks like a little like a 1970s Chevrolet where the body panels don't actually totally meet up. But again, I think that's a function of these brands go and they buy the chassis, kind of make some choices in what they want, and then they get the body and put it all together. And this one, while it looks cool in 2 seconds, but if you look up close, its fit isn't exactly amazing. Anyway, looks super cool. Let's go drive it around.